Hi, this is Jill Varvel with the Dixiecast podcast. Today I'm in downtown Siloam Springs for the annual Dogwood Festival. The Dogwood Festival takes place in downtown Siloam Springs the last weekend in April, and we're in for a real treat today. We are going to not only hear the Butler Creek Boys, but we're also going to be granted an interview with them after their concert. So join me today for a real treat with the Butler Creek Boys here in Siloam Springs.
No more sorrow, no more pain when the angels carry me home. I write that heavenly, glorious strain when the angels carry me home. Let's get you those. When the angels carry me home, when the angels carry me home. I want to see Jesus first of all when the angels carry me home.
After packing up their equipment, the Butler Creek Boys were kind enough to meet me near the Siloam Springs Fire Station, just near the creek, to introduce themselves, answer a few questions, and tell me what's coming up next for the Butler Creek Boys.
Yeah, I'm Dylan Butler. I'm the bass player and bass singer of the Butler Creek Boys.
I'm Nathaniel Stone. I'm the fiddle player.
I'm Austin Butler. I play banjo, guitar, and sing baritone.
I'm Tanner Andrews. I play rhythm guitar and fill in vocally wherever needed.
I'm Dustin Butler. I don't play anything, but I run my mouth. I sing the lead.
I'm Nick Brashler. I play the mandolin and sing the tenor.
So what led you guys to form a band?
Well, I guess Austin and Nick and I, the three of us started several years back. We would sing at churches, just doing little specials at Christmas and Easter and that type of thing. And so that kind of got us kicked off. That was probably 10 or 11 years ago. And then a few years back, Austin went and bought a banjo, just kind of out of the blue.
Impulse buy.
It was an impulse buy. He bought a banjo, and he had this idea of kicking off a bluegrass band. And so we told the church that we would do a church special that year for Christmas. And we did Go Tell It on the Mountain, bluegrass style. And I don't think our church, that was Sager Creek Community Church, I don't think they'd ever heard anything quite like that. And but anyway, it got a great response. And that evening, we actually got asked if we would open the Siloam Amphitheater, which is just right down the street here. And so we said yes. And at that time, I knew one song on the upright bass. Austin knew one song on the banjo. Nick knew one song on the mandolin. And Tanner knew a few different songs. But we were really, really green. But anyway, Memorial Day 2019, or Memorial Weekend 2019, we debuted up here at the amphitheater here in Siloam, and that was kind of the beginning of our group. And we've been COVID hit us, but we kept going strong through COVID, and here we are today.
How do you balance work, life, family, and your performances?
That's a good question. Most of these guys are farming chickens or farming cattle, and so there's very rarely a concert that happens where something doesn't happen on the farm, and you just kind of roll with it. Yeah. We've done about 25 to 30 shows a year, which keeps it a couple a month, and we check in with the wives every once in a while, make sure they were all here today and all smiling, so I think we're good to keep going. But it's God, family, our work, and then the Butler Creek Boys, and it's a good balance. There's a couple of weeks every year that are this will be the third concert tonight, one ahead of us in the last 24 hours, and then we'll get a little bit of break, and that's just kind of, it kind of ebbs and flows a bit.
It's pretty feast or famine. We'll we'll knock a bunch out sometimes, and then not have a little bit, or not have very many for a little while.
Do you initiate your performance venues, or do people reach out to you?
We've been real fortunate in that regard. We get a lot of phone calls from different churches around the area. We play tons of churches right here in our, tri-state area. A lot in Oklahoma, a lot in Arkansas, a few in Missouri. We've been to Texas. We've had the opportunity to sing in Colorado. I think that's about as far as we went.
Yeah, but we've been blessed that, people seem to call us, and we're not real good self-promoters. So it's been nice that the phone calls come to us. So,
How did music influence your life growing up?
Well, so I think all of us, when we were growing up, listened to different styles of music. I know for me and my brothers growing up, we listened to a lot of country music, a lot of Southern gospel, a lot of Southern rock, and a lot of music that focused on harmonies. And so I think that's one thing that we kind of all have in common is like Nick, he grew up listening to a whole lot of Southern gospel and listening to his family show. They did a variety of country, Southern gospel, bluegrass, and but probably the one thing we all have in common is we all had an ear for harmony, and we felt like that is what the music should sound like is good vocal harmony, and so we kind of have taken it's kind of just a pool of all the different styles, and then what you hear is just what comes out. We couldn't do it different if we wanted to. So
I didn't know growing up that when I would hear a song that I liked, I didn't realize that I liked it because of the harmony. But that's really, whether it was the Eagles or the Oak Ridge Boys or whatever, that was really what tied it in.
we really didn't start listening to any bluegrass music at all, any of the six of us, until about 3 to 4 years ago. And we none of us really knew how to play any of the instruments except for Nathaniel. He knew how to play fiddle, but not really bluegrass style. He was classically trained, and so we all just kind of got together and thought this is fun, and started trying to learn how to do it. And so what you hear is a mix of bluegrass along with all the other influences that we grew up listening to.
I understand you have a CD and another one is coming soon. How did you decide which songs to incorporate?
Pretty much the 10 songs we knew.
The 10 songs that we knew that weren't on the first. So we have a pretty decent catalog of music. I don't know. We probably know 40 songs, 50 songs, maybe. At least. And we kind of have ones that we try out on our audiences and ones that we got, that went well or that did not go well. And so we try to kind of pull those out, the ones that we felt like. And this our first album, it was 100% gospel album. And the second album, we wanted to do a mixed album with gospel and secular songs. It's going to be called Whoa Mule. So it's really a, classy name.
It's the first song.
Whoa Mule.
It's about the first song we ever actually put together and figured out how to play well. And we've played it at almost every single show we've had.
We played it at
one.
Yeah.
inspired by the Darlings on the Andy Griffith Show.
That's right.
So we grew up watching Andy Griffith. So, but yeah, just kind of whichever ones we felt like. We're not the type of group that gets in the studio and's like, what are we going to do? We try to have a little bit of a plan, and we're not good enough musicians just to be able to come up with stuff on the fly. We kind of need to have it practiced and have it somewhat figured out what we're going to be doing, and then go from there with it.
What can we expect in your next album?
Well, our next album, as I said, it's a mixed album. We actually recorded it at Mr. Nathaniel Stone Ridge Recording. He has a studio right here in Siloam, which works great for us. It's about a half mile from Dustin's house.
That's right.
But we all live close, so we recorded it there. He engineered and I guess you'd say produced it probably as well.
That's where I met you guys too.
Yeah, we actually met Nathaniel in the recording studio. So, but you're gonna hear what do we have? Probably 4 secular songs on there. Wall Mule, Fox on the Run,
Tennessee.
Rifle.
Pony and me. And then you're going to hear some great kind of gospel favorites, toe tappers, some a cappella. We love doing a cappella. If you recorded our set earlier, a cappella is one of our favorite things to do. It's half the work. You don't have to play the instrument. But no, we love when we're trying to learn a song or try to get tight on a song, we'll put the instruments down. And even if it's one we're going to use, in bluegrass style with banjo and guitar and all that, we'll put the instruments down. We'll sing it a cappella, try to get tight on our harmonies. But you'll hear some a cappella singing on the album. Well, we hope it'll be a great album. Nathaniel's done a great job of putting it together, and it's in the final stages right now.
Where can people learn more about you, and what does the rest of your concert season look like?
Well, Nick Brashler is our Facebook page manager. So I think we'll direct that one down there.
Yeah, I can take that one. You can find us on Facebook, the Butler Creek Boys. We're on Instagram as well. Website, we're on Instagram. Yeah, check it out.
I didn't even.
Welcome. See, we're all learning here.
Hey, thanks for keeping us in the loop.
Most people connect with us on Facebook. Now, we try to post videos every couple of weeks. We've got a lot of folks that follow us, that send us stuff, and we try to keep it on there. That's really fun. Our schedule's on there, thebutlercreekboys.com as well. We've got all of our schedule. A lot of our merchandise is on there as well. You can pick that up.
Talk about the highlight coming up in
What all do we have coming out?
We've got
at the high spot.
the next couple of months we're local, and then once we get into July, be a lot of festivals. We'll be here locally at Life Point Church. We'll be up in Gentry for their big Freedom Fest. We've got a number of them that week. I think there's 3 or 4 that 4th of July week, all within about 30 miles of Siloam. So those are really fun.
People seem to like bluegrass with their Independence Day celebration.
Right. Amen.
And in June, we've got the Seminole Gospel Festival in Seminole, Oklahoma.
You get the opportunity then to open for Gold City, the Kingsmen, and it's the Isaacs will be there. The Isaacs, the Easters. It's going to be a great time over there. If you want to make the trip,
That's June 15th or 16th.
June 15th and 16th. Yeah.
Do you have any final comments that you'd like to make before we close?
Nick, tell them our purpose, like what it is we do.
Yeah, I can lay it down. Thanks. First of all, thanks for having us. This is really meaningful. I don't know if you can tell, we're not used to any of this kind of stuff. We're honestly just a couple chicken farmers and cattle farmers and small business owners that work hard, love our family, love the Lord, and are trying to figure out how to play some music. I love these guys, and some of them are blood brothers, but I love them like my own brother, and really enjoy getting to do stuff like we did today. Our music is coming from a heart, and it's a heart that really believes what we're singing, and it's fun. We're having a blast and getting to meet some amazing people. I think we're as shocked as anybody at the opportunities that keep coming our way, and we'll continue to thank God for it and try to give Him glory through it. But thank you so much. We're really honored that you'd even ask us to do this, so thank you.
Amen. It's a privilege. Thanks, you guys. Well, that was fabulous, and I wanted to thank you for joining me today on the Dixiecast podcast, The Sound of the South. We'll see you next time for another heaping helping of Southern comfort for your ears.